tequila.
What is up, everybody? We're rolling audio here today on episode 39 of The Harder Show. How are you? I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic evening. A little late on getting this podcast up today, but better late than never, as it has been an absolutely crazy week here. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Money in the Bank Predictions podcast. No intro or anything today. We're just going to jump right into it here. I'm, of course, joined by my wrestling panel. Of course, over here we have the producer, the co-host. He's been on so many damn times now. People are saying, when are you going to start calling it the Harder Bowden Show? Ladies and gentlemen, the Gimmick, Brandon Bowden.
I'm not getting paid enough to be a co-host.
Fair enough. He checks in the mail.
All right.
And, of course, we have over here a man who sure needs no introduction, but I'm going to give him one anyway. He's been on the Call podcast plenty of times now. You guys know him as the most ruthless heel to ever step foot inside of a ring, even though he's never been in a ring. Ladies and gentlemen, the heel Ryan Wood.
Oh, thanks for having me, buddy.
So, we're talking Money in the Bank predictions. Not really beating around the bush tonight. We're just going to get this pot over here. As we are currently recording this, it is 9:30. And I want to get this up as soon as possible. So
That's the only thing you can't get up.
Oh, shit. We're goofy as hell tonight. Ryan's having some, whatever the hell that is.
It's tequila.
He's having some tequila, which is just what he needs.
It's fucking gross.
I had a sip of it, and it tastes like shit.
Balls.
Tastes like balls.
Fierce scrape.
Speaking of balls, let's get right into the first match.
Right into the first match. Beautiful segue from the heel Ryan Wood.
Actually, the kind of work seeing how those matches have been going down lately.
Yeah.
All the
Yeah,
crotch
unfortunately.
shots.
Yeah, all the fair enough, actually.
There you go. Good segue.
So, obviously, with the predictions, you guys know that we talk about each match. We give our predictions for the match. Not much more needs to be said on that.
And we're usually right.
We're usually right. 9 times out of 10, we're usually right.
Except for when we're wrong. Then we're wrong.
Except for when we're wrong. Then we're not right. So
we're either right or we're right and it's different.
Possibly.
Yeah,
I have
thing.
no idea.
Being right and being wrong is the same thing, but it's different.
I don't even know how to comment to that.
Exactly.
Let's just move on. So,
Yes.
First match we have is definitely going to be on the kickoff show.
I thought you were going to say definitely going to be match of the night.
No.
It's definitely going to be the highlight.
I wish it could be, but it's not. It is Dolph Ziggler versus Baron Corbin in a who can hit who in the nuts first match.
So it's a Rochambeau match.
I Rochambeau, you fat. Gonna be interesting, I guess, to see this match for a third time.
Yeah,
I like Baron Corbin. I like Dolph Ziggler.
I mean, over it. Just let
yeah.
Baron Corbin go with somebody else now.
I feel like Corbin needs to go over in this match. I feel like it's not, like, it cannot go any other way. Or
Obviously, this is supposed to be a best of 5, and it's probably culminating at SummerSlam.
Maybe. Maybe they're going to go somewhere with this. I have no idea, but as of right now.
There's not enough alcohol in the world to make this, good. Dolph Ziggler and Baron need to end this pay-per-view, finish it off, Baron going
Well, it'd be better
over.
if there was some sort of storyline progression other than, ball contusions.
No, well, there is. Dolph Ziggler went heel, sort of.
Didn't go heel. He just hit him in the balls.
Yeah, well, that's,
He's going to have a wrestling match, and then he kicked him in the nuts. It was great.
He got out his helmet, his little
I know, that was
guard
great.
And then
That
popped him in the
was
nuts.
classic. I
put
love
on
it.
his helmet, kicked him in the helmet.
Oh!
Hey.
Oh.
I think Baron Corbin's, circumcised?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You see that big mammoth? Oh, yeah.
So that's a question that you only hear on the Harder Show from the Gimmick Brandon Bowden. Ladies and gentlemen, you know that you can follow Brandon on Twitter for all his hilarious rantings and so forth.
Average Noob TV with 2 zeros.
And, of course, you can follow Ryan on Twitter as well.
The heel RW.
I don't know why I just plugged your Twitters, but whatever, we're rolling with
Yeah,
it.
at some
okay.
point.
That's how
I
much,
do at some point.
That's how much we care about this match. We all agree Baron over by kicking him in the nuts.
And, so, Baron's over.
Yeah, Baron's going over, and I don't think that match can go any other way. There's just
this
no point in talking about it anymore. I really, and I hate to say that, maybe I'm just grumpy. I don't know, but, I'm just,
Well, there is one possibility. If Nikki Bella wants to get back with Dolph, Dolph has to get over.
fair enough.
Yeah.
It could happen. You never know.
Vince, make me look good so I can go back out with Nikki.
Yeah.
No, John, I didn't say that. I said Brie. I said Brie.
No, Daniel, I didn't say Brie. I said Nikki. No, Daniel, not my neck.
Hey, Natalia, how you doing?
Poor Tyson
How did that
Kidd.
go?
I don't know.
I don't even know what the fuck. This is going to be a goofy as shit episode here. We're all
So we
probably
can all agree
tired.
that Daniel Bryan's probably cheating on Brie Bella with Natalia?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure, what the hell?
And that's the prediction of the night. Anyways,
Did you see that? I saw something that was Tyson Kidd's probably never likely to wrestle again.
Probably not.
That's
That's
obvious.
terrible. That sucks. That's terrible. All the best to him.
Yeah, he just live off his wife's money now.
Fair enough.
Actually, I think Tyson Kidd should probably go to the performance.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So this is
He'd
how
be an
much we
amazing
care about
coach.
the match that we just like said. Fuck.
We're
it.
just,
topic.
we're just in the
Tyson
mood to talk wrestling, so that's just what's going to happen here. This is a impromptu, random as shit.
You're
out of
exposing the
nowhere,
business.
out of nowhere.
So we all agree, Tyson Kidd going to
over.
the Performance Center. They're going to debut him at Money in the Bank. As a
I'd
coach.
hope so.
Probably, that makes sense.
Done.
So the next match of the night we're going to talk about here is the Apollo Crews versus Sheamus.
See,
This just screams that like match where the new kid's just going to get his ass beaten by the veteran.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
on the opposite way, I don't see Sheamus going over. This is the perfect time to have a
Not necessarily Sheamus going over. I'm saying Sheamus is going to lay some stiff hits on Apollo, just to like welcome him
Oh
into the
god,
business.
yeah. You're gonna watch a couple of moves where it's like, did you really need to go that hard?
You got to think this is probably like a punishment match where he takes a lot of stiff hits or like screwing up that match with Jericho.
Could
You
be.
know what? It's like, because you know that Sheamus and Triple H were buddies back in the day too, right? So he's probably like, yo, Sheamus, like,
Do you know what
him a-
Sheamus probably called Triple H?
What?
Fella. Anyways, I digress.
oh, fuck.
Well, Apollo Crews needs someone not as big as a veteran as Jericho, but he needs someone that's not as green as all the other squash matches he had, just to be like, all right, show him the ropes, but he's not technically sound. He doesn't need to have some technical guy doing the chain wrestling with him. Just let Sheamus beat on him for a while, and then, to me, I don't even care who actually really goes over.
Yeah.
But I think for the sake of this, Sheamus will go over with a bro kick to his stupid-looking face.
I want to see, like, a fight. We know Apollo Crews can work. We know he can wrestle.
I want to see Apollo Crews get mad.
Yeah.
I want to see him get mad and fucking
other than
like,
this week
punch
on
him
Raw,
in the face.
Other than this week on Raw, we haven't seen Apollo Crews get mad. This is the first week we've
Big
seen Apollo Crews
dopey
get mad.
smile while he flips around. It's like Bobby Lashley that's high on drugs. Just,
Anyways,
like you said, let him get mad, get in a big brawl, fight, make it almost like a street fight. I don't even care if there's wrestling. Just kill each other.
yeah.
Literally, like, and you know, I do see Sheamus going over on this one. I think we'll see this match again.
So you think it's kind of the way they set up Corbin and Ziggler?
I can see this
Ziggler
on.
winning the first
Yeah,
one. And then
I see Sheamus going over. I see it ending with Apollo Crews going over huge on Sheamus. But I see Sheamus going.
I think this is a one-time deal. I think this is just kind of like
It's a Raw rematch. if anything.
welcome to the big time, Apollo Crews. You're gonna win, but you're gonna be bruised up later.
Possibly.
Fair enough.
But I think we can all agree it's going to be a fight
Yeah.
for sure. So me and Ryan have,
We're gonna see if Apollo Crews can brawl.
which I think we need to see. Show him some aggression.
Yeah.
He needs it.
Ruthless
Aggression.
Yeah.
So we,
Even though Cena said that, it wasn't either.
Who cares?
I was
Whatever.
mocking Cena, not
So
Big Man, but-
all three, Sheamus.
No, I'm taking Crews.
so Brandon's
Why do
taking
you have to be
Apollo
different?
Crews.
I like to be different.
He's wearing a Bull James t-shirt.
Ball.
Shit.
Ball.
Oh crap.
That's all he was.
Ah, crap. See what I did there? So that's that match. That's probably going to be the kickoff.
Yeah, I say that's the
assume.
first night.
Those are probably the
match
first
of the
two
night.
first two kickoffs there.
Well, they are the kickoffs, but I
those are
think
the
that'll be
kickoffs.
the first one. It should be Sheamus and Apollo Crews, and then let Baron and Dolph, and then just go into the main card.
You think like Dolph Ziggler and Baron Corbin's the main event of the pre-show?
Yes.
Okay.
It'll be the pre-show stopper.
Yeah.
I want to see Dolph Ziggler come out like with that belt now, the pre-show stopper belt that Ryback had.
He really is turning into that.
Yeah.
He's like the Shawn Michaels of pre-shows.
Can we take a moment right now, guys? I know it's a touching subject, but can we take about a 10-second pause for Ryback's career? All right, let's keep going.
That was not a 10-second pause.
Yeah, he's not worth it.
So the next one is the women's tag match. Dana Brooke, Charlotte, and Becky Lynch, and Natalia, which is kind of pointless. But I digress.
Yeah, I like the pairing of
The Money
Dana
in the
Brooke and
Bank
Charlotte.
pay-per-view was like turning into such a great card, and they're like, since it's a good card, let's drop 2 titles. And just not have
Yeah.
the IC belt or the women's belt defended.
Which is stupid.
Well, you can't.
What?
You can't blame the Miz. He's got to go to Hollywood, and I mean Dana Brooke.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Can we
Dana Brooke.
Why does Maurice like defend the IC title then? She wants to be out there so much. Fuck you, Maurice.
See, but like I like when Maurice brings the character, but we're talking about the tag match.
Okay, but it's
With-
great, but she's not bringing anything to the character when he's not there.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Just like the women's division right now, they're not bringing anything that makes us care. Ever since
exactly,
Dana
yeah.
Brooke just came in to help Charlotte, I'm like,
It
I
was
don't
great
care.
when they changed the Divas Championship over into the Women's Championship. Ever since then, I have not given a fuck.
Well,
I don't know what
about
the fuck
women's
is
division.
going on.
Well, look at the
but-
people.
Nothing.
Look at who they pushed. Paige and Becky Lynch are kind of like has-beens right now. They're not really doing anything
Somebody
much with
pulled
them.
Paige out of a dumpster and gave her a win over Charlotte, and then they put her back. Like that. Like what the fuck?
Natalya, I guess, is carrying the business with Charlotte. Like, is that?
I mean, like, yeah, I guess. It's
And then Dana Brooke. All you got going, sweetheart, is a rack and a song. That's all.
Now see now.
That's
How about
all
Dana
she's
Brooke?
good for.
She's greener than freaking RVD's hobby.
She's very green. Like first time I saw her, I was like, wow, like I don't like her. But then I was like, wait a minute.
There's potential.
Oh
But
my
why
God,
isn't
so much
Why isn't
potential.
she down in NXT kind of honing that potential into
I don't-
skill and talent?
I feel like someone really likes her.
Yeah.
Someone really likes her. Like I don't want to say, and I don't want to say that, but like
I will.
I feel
Dana
like
Brooke is blowing somebody to get up on the main roster.
That old pig's been on a roast, if you know what I mean.
Oh!
Because she is not skilled enough at all. She's got the potential as personality.
on the
That's it.
mic. I think she's
And just
she's as good as she's gonna get. She's there.
Before anybody takes what Ryan said as sexist, no, she just doesn't deserve to be up there yet.
No,
Not
she
yet.
doesn't.
Like, why did Dana Brooke come up before Bailey?
Why did Dana Brooke come up before Carmella?
Even Same thing.
Half the NXT roster should be up over Dana.
Yeah,
It just doesn't. It doesn't. I want to know what. I hope they're doing something, and we're gonna go. Oh, that. Like, I understand her coming up with Emma. That made perfect sense.
Yes.
But then Emma
But
got hurt, and then
They should have. They should have just.
They almost went to like emergency mode. It's like, oh no, what are we gonna do with her? Put her with Charlotte. What?
Well, it's
So
easy.
now she's Charlotte's lackey. It's making her look like shit because she's like, oh, she knows her place.
Dang, Charlotte look like shit too, though.
Well, yeah, it's the same thing.
Why does Charlotte need a lackey? She's the champion.
I don't know.
Well,
what's
apparently
going on.
they don't
It's
want
just
Rick
a mess.
anymore, so it's just like, let's give her
She doesn't
another.
need a lackey at all. She's good. She could stand as a heel on her own if she's that good.
Hell yeah, she can.
If she can't stand as a heel on her own, why is she your champion? But I digress.
You can tell, guys. We're pretty. We're confused. We're
The women's
passionate.
division's
We're confused.
pissing me off right now.
But at least it's an easy call. After Natalya and Becky Lynch has been racking up losses, this is the time they're winning. They're not going to
Yeah,
make
I
Charlotte and Dana go over. That's bullshit.
I don't know.
They might just.
It doesn't help any story. It fucks over Natalya and Becky Lynch, like saying, you guys are off to the side. Maybe we'll give Paige a chance until Sasha comes up. Or sorry, not comes up back from injury.
Because I can tell that's probably what's going to happen next.
Oh, they got to wait for Sasha.
I don't know what they're doing. Bailey down in NXT, they aren't using her either.
Well,
Are they
She'll
just
be up
giving her
eventually.
time off before she comes up?
maybe a little bit.
Oh.
Because Naomi Jax, where the hell that loser's
Nia
name is.
Jax, what
some-
a waste
some
of time that
tithead.
is. It just,
Maybe they're just giving her a break because of that loser's trying to. Who knows what. The whole women's division is just in a kerfuffle to the point where I think they actually called up Stacy Keibler.
I think they need to just sit down and figure out what the hell they're doing because there's so much potential in that women's division.
there's potential,
I
but
want
it's
it
so
to be better. Yeah.
There's so much there, but it's a concentrated skill level. Like all the skills, like in Becky Lynch, it's in Sasha Banks, it's in Charlotte, it's in
we gotta
Bayley,
do?
it's in
Give it to
Natalya. So what I think they need to do is they need to sign some of these women over who have left TNA and they like stuff like
Oh,
that.
the
like,
beautiful people. Velvet Sky and
Sky's
some of them
just
should have
sitting
been
around,
over.
Like Gail Kim's getting inducted into the TNA Hall of Fame, so that probably means she's getting released soon.
Yeah.
So you get Gail Kim back, even though she probably won't come back.
Even then, and this may be a bold statement to you guys, people like Alicia Fox, not a push for the title, but give her spotlight so you can fill in the gaps. Right
have her
now.
go back to the NXT. Have her go back to NXT and actually get some
Yeah, maybe a little
wrestling
bit
skill
more.
under her belt first.
Yeah, well, that'll never happen because she's on Total Divas.
Yeah.
She's been on television too long. She'll never go back there. But that's
We
we said, guys.
we
we're-
digress.
Yeah, we're confused. We're angry. We want the women's division to be so much better right now than it is.
I'll treat,
And there's so much potential for it.
so-
It's frustrating. It's very frustrating. I don't know what they're doing. I think we can. I know me personally. I see Natalya and Becky Lynch going over. If it goes the other way, I'm gonna be really pissed off.
I don't think it will. I think it'll go that way, but I'm just kind of like, I'm not even looking forward to the match.
I'm
And
looking
that
at
sucks to say that.
Like, I'm looking forward to chugging water to have to go pee during that match.
I'm looking at this match like Jerry Lawler would. And it sounds sexist. If you guys know wrestling fans, he's all about the puppies. And because I don't give a shit about this match, I don't see him being talented with Dana Brooke being the weak link. That I don't even care who wins. Like me and Teach said, it's going to be Becky Lynch and Natalya. But yeah,
I think it'd be a lot better if it was a women's championship match between Charlotte, Natalya, and Becky
Again,
Lynch for the
yes.
championship. Like,
And or just even
with Dana Brooke being at ringside then.
yeah.
And she could screw over somebody to get Charlotte the victory.
Yeah, that would make a little bit more sense. But
Why they had to involve her in the match is beyond me.
No idea. It doesn't make any sense. But that's that match, guys. We digress. We're frustrated, but that is just what's going on right now in the women's division in our eyes. Maybe you have a different opinion. You can always comment on this audio clip or video, depending on how you're listening. You can always hit me up on Twitter at The Harder Show if you have anything you want to say about anything we have said. Obviously, keep in mind, anything we have said that may come off as sexist, it is not.
No, it's
you misinterpreted what we were saying. We are frustrated. We are passionate about it because we want so much more, and there needs to be so much more, and these women deserve so much more. And that's just that. We're going to end that there. So the next match we're going to talk about is the United States Championship match between Rusev Crash versus Titus Noah for some reason.
So I'm gonna go back and say maybe
Make a move.
60 to 90 days ago. Titus O'Neil, I thought would have won a match like this because I felt like he was getting a good singles push.
I think that's what they were setting it up for before, so they just put the resume button.
Yeah. So now I feel like I don't know if they want to push resume because Rusev is doing very good in his position at this point in time.
No, I think this is okay. You got suspended. You're back now. Now, your last thing to do before you're completely forgiven for your suspension is make Rusev look really good.
Yeah.
Or WWE is trying to get rid of all that negative press because they suspended a black guy for barely touching, quote unquote, someone on television, and they suspended him in the middle of Black History Month, so they're going to give him the title.
So they're going to just give him the most irrelevant title in the whole company.
It's a
title.
It's a sad reality because I bet you there's a lot of people out there, a lot of wrestling fans that made that conclusion saying that was very wrong for you to suspend him. It's like, no, it was very deserving.
At that moment, he deserved to be suspended there.
You don't, maybe the days could have been argued and whatnot, but the fact is you touched the boss on television.
At a moment,
yeah,
you shouldn't have.
No superstar can get it. Even Triple H would have been reprimanded saying, hey,
doesn't matter who
don't
it
pull
was.
that shit.
Because WB management is sick of it.
Yep.
They're like, what the, like, what, like, you know, oh, women first, Mr. McMahon, or whatever, like, you know, and like, that was not the time for that. It was not the place for that.
Haven't you ever heard that cliche, you know, it's Vince McMahon, women and children first?
Yeah.
Yeah. But the match itself,
should be great. This is two strong-armed individuals that are.
It's gonna be a stiff match.
It's gonna be a stiff, classic powerhouse match, and I'm actually looking forward to it. It's gonna be a decent match. I personally see Rusev going over, but I think it's gonna be close.
Yeah.
I think Titus is gonna he's gonna almost get it a couple times, and then Rusev's gonna pull out the. I don't see Rusev making Titus tap.
No, Titus will pass out if anything.
Yeah. Because I feel like they're gonna push him big time, and which they should. He's a wonderful guy outside of the ring.
Yep, very talented.
He does all this stuff. Like for a big guy who's not the fastest, he's maybe not the most skilled in the ring. He's maybe a little clumsy, but for his style, he has good. He's good in the ring from his style, right?
Yeah.
But you want to watch it. This will be your botch of the night because I think if we're gonna talk about him coming off a suspension, need to prove himself. I feel like this could be the one time Titus may get a little antsy, a little too excited for this. He's finally back in a pay-per-view, and they're going to screw up on Rusev. You may see Rusev throw a couple potatoes. I have a feeling we're going to see a stiff match because someone's going to screw up, and it's going to ignite them both.
And in that fight, I'm putting my money on fucking Rusev.
Yeah.
Titus O'Neil's been in enough pay-per-views at this point where he's probably not going to feel that much pressure.
Yeah, no.
What kind of pay-per-views were it was more of a spotlight on him.
Well, he was in a lot of tag team championship matches with
Darren Young. I mean, so he had to share a little bit of spotlight, but basically share the spotlight with the other tag team because they would have outshined them.
Yeah, that's the point.
They're like, I honestly think this is a time maybe for him to shine, but Rusev's going over.
Yeah, I think we can all agree Rusev's going to go over.
Yeah,
but this will not be. I think this is not the last time we're going to see that match.
I feel like I'm going to be more interested in the U.S. title if Rusev's holding it than Titus O'Neil.
Yeah,
though it'll be the first American that's held it in quite some time. American portrayed wrestler, but it doesn't matter. I don't mean like
John Cena.
I don't mean the last people. I mean timeline itself, like how many days, how many weeks we've seen where an American hasn't held the belt.
Yeah,
it's been a while. Yeah, it's been a while. So I think we can all agree that it's going to be Rusev.
We had 3 U.S. champions in a row: John Cena, Seth Rollins, John Cena.
Shut up.
Shut up. You're confusing me with your stats.
No, it's not stats. It was Rusev and Jerry Lawler and Lana and
Jerry Lawler with the U.S. champion.
Jerry Lawler, I'm sure at one point he did. Yeah, so the next match we're going to talk about
Finally,
is,
we're getting into the good matches.
yeah, we're kind of into the better bracket here now. I'm really looking forward to this match. It is the WWE Tag Team Championship match.
Hold on. You pronounced it wrong.
No, don't.
They are the
WWE World Tag Team Champions!
I was gonna actually talk nice about them, but screw it. Screw it.
They rocks. New Day rocks. New Day rocks.
And nobody can see it, but I actually am gyrating while I do all that.
He actually is.
Wrestling is fake, and the business is exposed that they fucking win this match.
Oh, shut up.
I think this is the only way you can get the titles off of them.
They have to. And you know what? I'm the only one who talks real against the New Day. These kids sitting beside me, they're like, well, the New Day can gyrate, and they can kind of stick their big bums out and be like, hey, cool, a big guy just did a move. These guys are tit
Heard
heads.
me say that.
These guys are tit heads.
I'm really
Are you sure
shitting
TJ said that it wasn't somebody on South Park?
No. I backed them up check out the last time we talked about these guys. I actually backed us.
He
I
did.
was
I
proud
can
of
vouch
these
for that.
guys. Now drop the belts. You have proven that you're good. You don't need them anymore. Enzo and Cash are finally returning back. They look good. You have the club. I'm sorry. Two idiots that came over from overseas that are going to try to go for it. And who are the other morons?
In this match,
Exactly.
we have New Day,
Nobody
we have Enzo and Cass versus the Vaudevillains versus the Club.
See, we had to think about that because who cares about the Vaudevillains? They're heels that tried, had a good run, they're done. Enzo and Cass will be your next champions
They've
for
been
so
on the
many
roster
others.
for like a couple months. How are they done?
They had their run. They don't need to have it right now. Enzo and Cass, we've all talked about this during that tag team tournament. If Enzo didn't get hurt, they would have won that tournament, and they most likely would have won the belts. This is now what we said, pressing the resume button. Enzo and Cass are winning those belts because the New Day, I said it many times, not that they truly suck, they don't need those belts.
No, the New Day doesn't need the belts anymore.
No,
I think
not
it's gonna
anymore.
be Anderson and Gallows, to be honest.
Oh, you've internet Mark loving penis.
I mean, it's not because I love Anderson and Gallows. It just makes the most sense to move
it
forward with the
doesn't.
club storyline.
But
See, I like Anderson and Gallows, so I'm hoping they win.
Yeah,
And I love Enzo and Cass, but
you can like them all you want.
I could possibly see any four of these teams winning it.
yeah, they all have reasons why they could win.
Well, they all have reasons because they're
The New
talented.
Day could just retain.
Yeah.
Enzo and Cass could finally do it. I feel like Enzo and Cass need to do it in a one-on-one format, though. I feel like Enzo and Cass really need that.
I feel like that would really
then
throw
it's
them up more.
in the sense of it in a fatal four-way, then the Vaudevillains and maybe
Because
the
I
club
think-
make the sense because they're the heels that can steal it.
I think that Anderson and Gallows doing it and Enzo and Cass putting it off at them at SummerSlam make the most sense because because especially you could build Anderson and Gallows up to be these really like mean heel champions, and then Enzo and Cass are those guys there to save the day and take the championships off them at SummerSlam.
How nice would it be vice versa? Club being number one contenders and Enzo and Cass as the champion talking down to the club. I don't want them talking up saying, we're coming for you. It's, who the hell are you guys? How you doing?
You
Couple
gotta be
haters.
careful. You've made this. You've made this club look weak enough as it is. You really need to make them look any weaker.
They don't look weak.
They have a little bit.
Well, them getting slapped around by
The other week,
Usos,
John Cena almost single-handedly took all of them out.
But it's Super
Well,
Cena.
that's John Cena though.
Hi, kids.
Yeah, if it wasn't Super Cena, then they would have looked fine. But they got to push John Cena over the club. And we'll get into that another day. And like
I'm taking Gallows and Anderson though.
I am also taking Gallows and Anderson in this match.
guys are wankers.
I
Enzo
really
and Cass.
and I the thing is,
I'm gonna be happy no matter who wins. Like
Yeah, it'll be a stellar
the
match.
Vaudevillains, I'd be surprised, but I wouldn't hate it.
No, wouldn't hate it. I just don't get it.
yeah, I wouldn't understand, but at the end of the day, I like the club. The only issue I have with the club is the name of their finisher.
Which one? The Doom of the Boot of Doom.
Boot of Doom.
They don't use that one. As
I think
much
that
as
is
they
the
use
lamest
Magic Killer,
thing. The Magic Killer, I love that move. Then the Boot of Doom. I'm like, really? And I feel like they need.
It's
so like
weird because
they're
they know
just
cool-
calling them the club now.
They know.
Like, that's
They know.
their name.
Cool, well, until Balor comes in, then they'll add the Balor. But anyways, it's funny because they know how to make up good sounding finishing moves.
Yeah, they try.
I mean, like, have you guys seen the NXT kids TM61,
Oh, that's a great name.
formerly known as the Mighty Don't Kneel?
Yeah.
Yeah, their finisher called Thunder Valley. I'm like, that's a cool sounding finisher. They know how to make good sounding finishers.
Sure,
You-
sure.
You know, don't for some.
Yeah, it's what it is. But like, I mean,
Come on, who doesn't like the Blue Thunder Bomb?
that's a great finish. The diamond cutter.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
weak.
Deep Six.
I love that
Yeah, deep sick.
move. Deep six. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Can I go to a bold statement? I say this match
East
will
River
have.
Crossing.
Yeah.
Those are all cool sounding moves. You know, you know why? They're all NXT made moves. That's why.
Okay. I'm saying highlight of the night comes from this match, though. As much as we're gonna say the Money in the Bank ladder match with all the ladders and all the fun high points with the wrestlers,
it's not. Well, the thing is, it's not gonna be a spot fest though. That's the big thing. Like, remember how we saw
it's gonna be a wrestling match. That's why I'm excited for it.
I hope they don't. I want to see like 4 guys in the ring at all time. I don't want to see 2 guys in the ring at like a time and have 2 people out. It doesn't make any sense.
It's gonna be for 10 minutes maybe, and you'll watch a goddamn brawl. There's no way 4 teams.
It's not like a spot fest like TLC where it was the Lucha Dragons, Usos, and New Day.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a brawl. Like this is gonna be just everybody beating the crap out of everybody.
It'll be awesome for that reason. I think highlight of the night will be from here. Not match of the night, highlight of the night.
Yeah. Okay.
I see Big Cash and Luke Gallows.
I don't know. You got the Money in the
Bank
Bank match though. Like that's gonna be highlight worthy too, right?
I'm ignoring the fact because it's ladders where they got that extra little pop to help them versus the tag match where they have anything.
Yeah.
I'm still thinking that they're gonna make up for that because you can't be like, oh, because there's a ladder. Owens did a frog splash from there. It's like, well, I've seen RVD do that so many damn times. That's not
but
a
RVD's
spot.
smaller than Kevin Owens.
Well, yeah, Kevin Owens may kill somebody,
Yeah.
but
You know,
Kevin Owens frog splashing you has to hurt.
well, we should probably move on to that match though.
Probably. Yeah.
Right,
So
AJ Styles and John Cena.
But at the end of the day, Brandon and I have the club going over in that match. Ryan.
Enzo and Cass.
Enzo and Cass. So I mean, either way, I'm happy with either.
I'm happy with any 4 of those teams winning.
Because every
pretty much.
storyline will make sense.
Tag team
afterwards.
division got really good in like a matter of months.
Yeah, and can I just say again, I really want to see friggin' Luke Gallows and Big Cass like just have like a stare down.
That'd be kind of good.
Cause just Luke Gallows would just like him and Luke Gallows like in a fight would be like very, very cool. I just like, and I want to see fucking like Enzo just like do something ridiculous.
That's sad. I think the toughest guy in that match is probably Big E Langston. He's the number one guy I probably don't want to run into. The club's scary looking, but I think Big E.
Are you joking?
Carl Anderson would probably be the guy I would not want to run into.
Yeah.
Really?
Carl Anderson's definitely on my list.
Carl Anderson he's a big, scary looking dude, but I think Big E hides such brute force that it's
Yeah, but he's just such a joke stick. He's such like a.
Well, I said I wouldn't want to see full like angry. That's why I
fair
said he
enough.
hides it. I think Big E's the more.
Carl Anderson scares the piss out of me if he was angry. Like.
Yeah.
Just
well,
because
so would Luke Gallows. Big fucking dude.
I watch Carl Anderson, like a lot of Japanese stuff from Carl Anderson. He's such a good fighter.
Well, yeah, he hits hard. There's a lot of good fighters.
I know, but he's just like out of all of the guys in this match, I think that Carl Anderson, like in a street fight, like an actual shoot fight, would probably be the guy standing on top of everybody at the end.
If I learned anything from Dolph Ziggler, I'll kick him in the nuts and he's down.
Kick him in the nuts and he's down.
Oh, he's wearing a cup.
Oh, he's wearing a cup.
Damn.
All right, so the next match we're going to talk about here is with Money in the Bank, I consider this match the main event, even though it's not the main event.
Yeah.
Because it's the Money in the Bank
The
ladder
namesake match of the night.
And that is between Sami Zayn, Cesaro,
Kevin Owens,
Chris Jericho, Dean Ambrose, and Alberto Del Rio.
You know, but originally they were saying a whole bunch of stuff about it being a 7-man ladder match.
I'm glad it's only 6. They don't need to do 7, 8.
Yeah, but is there going to be a 7th man that we just don't know about yet? Is it a
Quite
secret
possibly.
7th man? Is it Neville?
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, that'd be sick.
You think, but there's not a lot of like potential for flight in this like ladder match.
Good.
Well, I mean, you got Sami Zayn and you got fucking Kevin Owens, so that's enough right there.
Zayn, but like
Not to mention Jericho.
a traditional flyer.
Fair enough.
So I feel like if there was a 7th man, Neville would be that perfect dude.
Any flyer.
Like in a ladder match, like, oh, we're throwing Neville in a ladder match. Okay, I'm a little more interested now because I want to see what he's going to do.
Still too many guys. I feel like more than 6 guys, when they've had bigger matches before, it's too much chaos. There's too many guys having too many spots.
I mean, I could figure of not seeing, like, Ambrose or Jericho as much in the match and just having a 7th man and just not seeing one of them as much.
Just take out somebody then. I really think like someone like Jericho or Del Rio doesn't need to be in there.
No, Del Rio, I don't know what Del Rio's doing in this match.
Fill-in.
It's kind of a random. I feel like they're gonna push the shit out of him because all the internet hates him right now because he's bagging Paige.
Yeah.
I don't. Good luck if you want
But
whatever
again,
she's got.
he's a fill-in. We've seen Stardust in these matches. We've seen some just really random individuals that are just like, yeah, we just need a person who can take some bumps. Just join in. That's all he is.
Like, I can't see him winning it.
Yeah, no. I think there's only one logical person to win this match.
2.
3.
One. Money.
Yours?
Printing fucking money. Picture this
You're gonna say-
right
you're gonna
now.
say Dean Ambrose.
Listen. This is my show. Listen.
I'm sick
Dean
of it.
Ambrose wins and like makes a Shield triple threat at
And
SummerSlam for the WWE World Heavyweight
We're
Championship.
sick of it.
Money in the Bank, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns wins. Duh. What's the next pay-per-view?
Battleground.
Who cares? SummerSlam.
Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, the Shield.
I want to see the Shield in a triple threat match at WrestleMania. Make it fucking happen.
At WrestleMania?
License to print money.
No,
So far away in the future.
You lost the license because of how
License
far away it is.
to print. They booked a match a year in advance.
Well, because of The Rock and Cena. That's way better.
The fucking.
That's
who
like
cares?
that's literally how far they had booked The Rock in advance because that's how many things he thinks he has to do.
Yeah, it's the Scorpion King versus Superman.
Just real quick, The Rock, Central Intelligence looks fucking hilarious, and I'm going to see it. I'm going to enjoy seeing it.
It breaks one of my rules. I have a rule. I don't watch The Rock movies.
But some of them are really good.
Yeah, some of them have been good.
I don't watch
I feel like Kevin Hart's going to help this movie.
I watched
Oh,
the-
fuck yeah.
I watched The Tooth Fairy once, and I've been impotent ever since.
I can't watch it because that's a joke.
Exactly.
But Dean Ambrose isn't the only one who should win this. I think me and you agree on one person we definitely think could win.
Kevin Owens. He'd be the perfect Mr. Money in the Bank.
He would be. He really would be.
Well, he can't be to you. You just said Dean Ambrose
Okay,
is the
now
only man.
listen. I will change my mind as much as I
Why
want.
can't Dean Ambrose earn his
The
way to a
title!
he did before?
The title
Well, he
says
didn't earn
The
it.
Harder Show,
Nobody
not
cares
The
what it
Wood
says.
Show.
Nobody cares. You
Pretty sure
hired
there-
us.
I'm pretty sure there is a Wood Show on iTunes.
Pornhub?
but
Oh, probably. Pornhub.
It's not about wrestling, I'll give you that much.
The Harder Show was in no way affiliated with Pornhub.
Or the Wood Show.
Or The Wood Show.
No, we don't want a part of that.
No, it'd be the Ryan Wood Show because
that's
it
it.
Do you
rolls
know
off the
Wood
tongue. a
shows
little
about
bit.
like different ways to get erections? Because I could probably use that right about now.
or literally, it's about wood.
I would have said, yeah.
Yes, and today we have this nice piece of mahogany we're going to talk
I would
about.
have said it's a lumberjack show, to be honest.
I thought it was like a Viagra show, but I digress. If there was a Wood Show about wood, I think Viagra should be a sponsor.
Who do you
That
think?
just makes
Who do you
sense.
think's going through a wooden table? Because I feel like there's not enough wooden tables.
Is
in
it
this
made
match.
of wood?
No, seriously. Who do you think? Who is going to take the biggest bump going through a table?
Sami
going-
Oh,
Zayn.
Sami Zayn.
You think
Sami Zayn getting.
Or no, it could be Ambrose too.
I'm saying Kevin Owens, to be honest. I think that big guy's going to miss a cannonball and just.
I think
don't.
I have Kevin Owens setting a freaking ladder up in the middle, like the edge of the ring, going to the top of it, and doing a bullfrog splash onto Dean Ambrose from the top of the ladder in the ring all the way down to the floor.
that.
I can see it. Through a table.
Not even through a table, just through the floor.
Through the floor. The impact on that move would kill you.
Who do you think's having the spot?
No, the seismic like earthquake tremor that's caused after it from Owens flying that far and hitting the ground at that velocity will at least knock the front row out of their seats.
So you're telling me Owens having the spot? You don't think there's no way Cesaro or Del Rio or Jericho could have the spot of the night or spot of the match? Sorry.
Jericho cookies is fucking Chris Jericho.
Cesaro might have like the move of the match, but like
Big swing and hit every ladder or hit every person.
I could see it.
Yeah.
I could see him just literally taking, like,
Jericho took his bump at what was the last pay-per-view?
Extreme Rules.
Extreme. He took his bump for the year. He's done.
Yeah, he's done.
He doesn't take any more bumps as his career as far as I'm
I'm not taking any more bumps, you stupid idiots!
Can we just take a moment to appreciate the fact that Chris Jericho is still as good as he was?
No, let's not
And the
go
fact
that
that he
far.
has reinvented. Shut up. The fact that he has
Holy
reinvented.
God.
The fact that he has reinvented himself as a heel again for like what the fourth fucking time with his whole scarf thing and
The
his
stupid idiot.
Yeah.
yeah. This drink it in, man. I fucking love it. Sam hates it. She talks so much shit, and I'm like, exactly. He was a fucking loser, and
You
I
call her a
love it.
stupid idiot when she says bad
Yeah,
things.
he literally comes to the TV and is like, "You stupid idiot."
If you guys don't know, TJ just started watching wrestling. If he thinks Jericho is just as good as he once was.
Okay, I did not say
You
I'm
did.
not as
You
good
did. You
as
said
I
he
once
reinvented
was.
himself to the point where he still looks as good as he was. That's your words, kid.
when
Hit
he
rewind.
was a heel.
I think we can
He's
all
been a
agree.
heel his whole damn
Best
career.
dad bod in the business.
Oh, 100%.
Really?
Oh, 100%. No one touches Jericho with his dad bod because he literally does all this.
There's a couple.
He's getting chunkier and chunkier every week.
No matter what he does, he's just always gonna have that body, and that's okay. It's Chris
It's like
Jericho.
when he goes home during the week at some points, like his children are just feeding him like like ding dongs and like.
Well, no, he's from Winnipeg. Don't forget. So it's a lot of beaver tails.
I like Beaver Tails.
If we want to talk about his wife, but I digress. Anyways, moving on.
Really? Do we have to move on? Because I had one of my favorite Jericho moments when a fan yelled at him, "Go back to Toronto! I'm from Winnipeg, you idiot!"
I'm
Stupid idiot.
You stupid idiot.
How okay now over and under? How many? 10 times Jericho says "stupid idiot" in the match.
Under what?
Oh, over
Under
10.
10 times he says it.
Under.
Can we just take a moment to like?
Can we take another moment?
Take
How
a
many
moment
moments
to
you want?
appreciate the fact that in this match, there's going to be an absolute yelling match between Jericho and Kevin Owens.
Oh my god.
It's going to be like, shut up, you stupid idiot.
The only thing going to be
What?
missing from it is
What?
Bubba Ray Dudley.
Oh, yeah. Bubba Ray Dudley, Kevin Owens, and Chris Jericho in a triple threat yelling match. Just make it happen,
For
WWE.
the WWE Yelling Championship.
Does Xavier Woods come out and interrupt it?
Yeah, him and
Actually, the four of them.
Him and Enzo.
Yep.
And that was great, too. I always forget about that. But no, I think it's going to be a great match. Definitely has the... definitely could be the match of the night for sure.
Should be the match of the night.
It should be. It should be the best match of the night. I really hope it is. I hope they steal the show. I did say earlier, I see Dean Ambrose going over. I think that's what WWE is going to do. I would personally like to see Kevin Owens go over, just because I think he'd be a great Money in the Bank. But knowing WWE may not happen.
Is it time for a face Money in the Bank, Mr. Money in the Bank, or do they just keep on going heels? Because the last two have been heels.
Heel.
Who were the last two?
Seth Rollins and Sheamus.
Oh, yeah, and Sheamus.
Sheamus was probably one of the weaker Mr. Money in the Banks we've had recently.
Oh, for sure.
I'm trying to remember them all. We've had some weak ones where I'm like, why?
Damian Sandow, The Miz.
Even RVD was a weird one back in the day.
RVD,
Or he announced it.
It was so new though.
Yeah, it was new and it was just
It was so new and like it was easy to make it eat like.
Edge
like
to me was
RVD.
the best one.
Oh, yeah. No one can touch what Edge did with it.
I think it's
He was
gonna be
the
Kevin
first
Owens.
I could see, because just picture him walking around with that briefcase. Oh, yeah. I am Mr. Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like, just literally, this is, oh, yeah.
I want to see Kevin Owens come out to cash it like so many times and just stop and be like, I'm fine.
Yeah, like, he goes to cash it when, like, Roman Reigns is, like, still, like, 100%. And he's just like, you know what? No, we're not doing this here. And then, like, I want to see him cash it in, like, Roman Reigns is on a stretcher. And Kevin Owens cashes it in and pins him on a stretcher. But then Roman Reigns kicks out, of course, because he's Roman Reigns. And no, you know what? I want to see Kevin Owens take it off, like, say, like, fucking Dean Ambrose finally wins it.
Oh, God.
And then he takes it off him. Like, the same
Here's what I wanna
moment
see.
happens.
Here's what I want to see.
Okay, here's what
Kevin Owens-
here's what Brandon wants to see.
Here it is. This is my bold prediction of the podcast.
Kevin
Owens wins the Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Now, when he comes out to cash it, he opens the briefcase himself, takes the contract out, scribbles on it, changes the stipulation of the match to actually like work with the situation that it's in. So if the guy's on a stretcher, he takes it out, scribbles on it, makes the match a stretcher match by scribbling on it, signs his name, and then runs the guy on the stretcher up to the ambulance.
Sad for a gimmick, but it would actually be funny. It would make
It'd be
sense.
different. We'd never see it before.
It'd be good. It could be good television.
And if anyone can pull it off, it'd be Kevin Owens.
Yeah, like
He'd be amazing with that. I don't want to see like I like Sami Zayn now. He won me over.
But he's not a champion.
He's not Mr. Money in the Bank.
Nope.
Not yet anyway.
Neither is Cesaro. Neither is Del Rio. Jericho had his moment. I think this is.
does Cesaro even know how to say Mr. Money in the Bank?
No.
He does in 7 different languages.
I don't. I'm gonna go against Shachi. I don't think Dean Ambrose needs it. Dean Ambrose will fight Seth Rollins or Roman Reigns soon. Like they don't need to.
Yeah, I feel like when I said that earlier, I feel like that's just what's gonna happen because I feel like that's what they're just gonna push for.
I think it's.
Well, they keep on teasing it like they teased it on Raw.
Yeah, I feel like that's just what's gonna happen.
If I had to pick, maybe Dean Ambrose. I'll go into my. I still say Kevin Owens is gonna win. If Dean Ambrose wins it, we talked about this earlier. Watch him cash it in that night.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Because he's already
Why
hinted
not?
at it. If not, you're at least going to hear, like, if Dean Ambrose wins, you're going to hear Dean Ambrose's music after Reigns beats Rollins.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And but you'll hear the music, and Ambrose just won't come out.
Yeah. It's the perfect.
He's going to be screwing around with whoever's the champion.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's going to be Reigns, but anyways, we'll move on to that one.
So overall, 2 Kevin Owens and 1 Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, at the end of the day, well, I mean, like I said, I want to see Kevin Owens win, but I feel like WWE is going to go with Dean Ambrose. That's my opinion. But that is that match. Definitely, hopefully, is the match of the night.
Because this next one won't be.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, okay, hold on. TJ's going to argue that AJ Styles and John Cena will be match of the night.
I'm not saying it will be. You're like, it definitely won't be.
Now, hold
It
on.
We don't know
definitely
that
won't
yet.
be.
An additional prediction. Who wins the Money in the Bank match, and where do they cash it in?
Dean Ambrose that night if he does. Kevin Owens, I think we're going to have to wait a long-ass time. That's a
He
rest.
needs to have a run with that briefcase. Dean Ambrose, I don't want to see him run with that briefcase. I feel like it'd be, for like a couple weeks, it'd be awesome. And then it'd just be really lame, like really quick.
Because he's a dopey gimmick. I don't want to see him have any gimmick for longer than a couple of weeks.
All right, I think it's going to be Kevin Owens, and he cashes it in on the first live episode of SmackDown.
Could be
Where
cool.
he
That's
gets
a bold
drafted.
moment.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about that draft.
Well, we all try to forget about it because another
So
dumb.
Kevin Owens wins it, and he cashes it in that first episode of SmackDown because they're probably going to introduce a new world title. They're probably going to bring back.
They gotta bring back some.
They're going to
titles.
bring back that, maybe they're going to bring back a revamped NWA-esque version world heavyweight title belt, or
And
something
they'll
like
have
that.
the WWE
And then
championship.
and they'll change it back to when they had that, and Kevin Owens, and there'll be like a championship match for it between person A and person B, and Kevin Owens comes in, cashes it right there, and then.
And
Yeah,
that
you
way
could
he's
do it.
not dethroning Roman Reigns.
And you start live SmackDown off with a bang.
So
Absolutely.
what do you do if the brand split fails? You have to do another undisputed WWE champion.
Yeah, it'll be Kevin Owens.
It'll be Kevin Owens.
Three
beat
weeks
Roman
into
Reigns.
3 weeks into the brand split, when they figure it's not working, go back to the old format.
3 weeks in, they quit it.
We'll talk about that another
Oh,
day, but that's
God.
something that I just predict it'll fail.
That's Ryan's predictions on the brand split. So the next match we're going to talk about is, of course, AJ Styles versus John Cena.
Definitely not the match of the night. I'm going on record like this kid right beside me, Brandon, does. That's my bold prediction. This won't even come close to match of the night.
It's going to be a good match.
It'll
gonna
be
be a great
good.
match.
It'll be great, good, fantastic, wonderful. I may get an erection. It will not be the best match of
How
the
many
night.
false finishes in this match is what I'm worried about.
37.5.
How many kickouts of attitude adjustments and styles clashes are there going to be?
I feel like just John Cena, after he kicks out of the 30th one, he'll just finally get superhuman powers and be like, let's just end it.
Ha, kids! I don't know if anybody knows what I'm referencing.
do you think Nikki will hold up his old chains and be like, the chains! The chains!
Undertaker! Word line!
John Cena!
It's
R.I.P.
the
Paul
basic
Bearer.
thugonomics!
R.I.P. Paul Bearer.
Yeah,
I love Paul Bearer, man. He was amazing.
it was great. He's probably rolling in his grave seeing half the shit that goes on.
Or hearing our podcast.
That
Either
too.
or. Either
That
or.
too.
But yeah, should be a good match. I personally think that this could potentially be the match of the night, but they need to step it up big time. They need to have the match of their careers. AJ Styles is going to literally put on the performance of his life because he knows what this means. If AJ Styles is going to lose this match, he could. It's WWE and it's John Cena. If AJ Styles loses, he needs to look fucking amazing.
Well, on paper, this is like a dream match built from WWE versus TNA type S. That these two have the potential. Yeah, you're right. They have the potential to throw in the best. These two are extremely talented individuals. I mean, I can't see any fault with this. There should be no screw ups. There should be any bull crap. We won't see the club. It should be just an all around clean match. No dirty tactics. Let these guys show what they're capable of. I think we're going to see a WrestleMania type match done at Money in the Bank. But I don't even know who to say to go over. Both, I don't think, benefit from a loss here. I think any one of them would look that much worse. Cena coming back off a big injury and losing looks bad for John Cena when he needs a push. It's John Cena. Hate him or love him like you do Roman Reigns at the internet, but it's still goddamn John Cena. AJ Styles can't lose because he's getting his ass kicked the last couple of pay-per-views, dropping to Jericho, dropping to Roman Reigns. This poor kid needs a boost. But again, going back and forth, you both can't lose to each other. So I don't know how to call it. I'm going to say I'm torn.
I feel like AJ Styles is going to go over with so many fucking shenanigans. It's not even funny. I'm talking the club comes out even though
They're banned
even
from
if
side.
oh yeah, how the fuck did I forget about that? I feel like they're going to anyway because fuck your logics. AJ Styles, if he wins this match, he's not going to win clean. He can't.
But that ruins the match. I don't think anybody wants nobody wants to see a heel win from AJ. AJ just needs to beat John Cena. If he is going to win, he just needs to win. Any other shenanigans is going to hurt that match in general.
I would love to see AJ Styles hit a Styles Clash on John Cena and fucking win the match.
Yeah.
It's not going to
Nope.
happen.
So what would you rather see? With shenanigans, that means it could end in a roll-up. No one in their right mind wants to see a stupid
That's
victory
probably
like
what
that.
we're going to see.
Ugh.
Because I don't want to see John Cena. So long as John Cena doesn't make AJ tap,
Yeah.
I think he'd be... If he literally comes in, gives him like 6 attitude adjustments, and then barely pins him, okay. If he literally locks him in an STF and he taps out like a little bitch, and he looks bad while he's doing it, that's it. How can AJ recover from that?
Ask Bray Wyatt. He seems to do it okay.
Yeah, he seems to be doing great. Where is he?
You gonna blame an injury?
He's injured.
He's
injured. He's injured. I'm just joking.
It's AJ Styles. He can look like a bitch, but yeah, I know what you mean. It's still
and he's AJ Styles. He's probably my favorite guy on the roster right now.
Mark.
And shut the fuck up. And
Mark Henry.
You Mark Henry. Did you see the fucking episode of Camp WWE where John Cena makes the lava cake for Mark Henry?
No.
Oh, dude. Oh my god.
I saw Mark Henry had almost a baby again.
Fucking
think my water broke.
ridiculous.
Had a food baby.
Fucking ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Guys, if you haven't seen Camp WWE yet, you gotta watch it. It's fucking hilarious. But anyway, back to the match. Definitely is a hard match. I think we're all kind of torn. But at the end of the day,
I think I see it very much as the last year's Money in the Bank when John Cena took on Owens. I used to be a very comparable match to that. That was a really, really good match. I think this is the first of like probably 3 or 5 matches.
Yeah. I want to see these guys go at it a lot.
It's probably best of 3, and it's gonna like all culminate at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Where it's probably like a big thing and all that. I think Styles takes the first one because he's on a losing streak.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Styles really needs this win.
Yeah.
So I've got Styles going over Brandon. You've got Styles and Ryan. Torn as hell. Just not even making a decision.
Yeah, like I said, for me, I don't. If they told me right here and now, Ryan, this is Vince McMahon, we're doing a best of 3, then AJ wins the first one. If it's a one-time deal, I don't know how to call it.
Yeah, and that makes sense. If they're gonna have more than one match, AJ for sure.
Yeah.
If they're only having one match, probably John Cena. So that's that match. Now we move on to our main event. WWE World Heavyweight Championship match between the defending champion Roman Reigns versus the returning Seth Rollins.
Wait, no, it's not. Isn't it like with how they're doing it? Doesn't it look like it's The Rock and Triple H? Yeah, see, I'm glad he laughed because you basically have the Samoan bulldozer, because family, rest in peace, Umaga, love you. But it's really The Rock versus Triple H. Good.
I didn't think of that.
If I see the goddamn pedigree or a Samoan drop, I am bit slapping them both and saying gimmick infringement.
Watch Roman Reigns' his new finish, the Roman Bottom.
I'll kill him. I will
The rock bottom from Roman Reigns.
I will go to
I
TNA.
literally would just be like, no, I'm out. We're never reviewing wrestling again. It would be just a travesty. But again, can I say real quick, just like
Can we take a moment?
Can we take a moment? I think I'll have moments tonight. I want to see Seth Rollins debut a new fucking finish in this match.
Yes.
And I want it to be I want it to be simple but effective as shit, and just like something we've never seen before, we haven't seen for a long time, and just be like, oh my god, that's perfect.
Yep.
Like what?
I don't know what. That's the issue.
But he's not Triple H's lackey anymore. You can't use the
I
pedigree.
don't want to see him use the pedigree anymore. I don't.
Why not?
Because it fucking Triple H's move. You think of the pedigree, you go, it's just like when I see fucking Roman Reigns do a spear. I'm like, no. Superman punch. Well, the fuck does everyone need to use a fucking spear?
Roman Reigns is one of the best spears that we've ever seen.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, bullshit.
Goldberg.
Edge. Rhino.
I find, well, Rhino's the gore, but
It's the same bloody thing.
it's different.
It is slightly different. It's like the pounce. Like
Reigns' spear is better than Edge's spear. Because Reigns is bigger. It's more
But the
believable.
thing is, with Edge's spear, it was his
Football
spear.
players have a better spear just because of how
Their
they
tackles.
learned how to
Roman's spear, it's the follow through and the impact.
Yeah.
Whereas with Edge, it's the fact that like
He just drops him.
he would drop you out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I want to see Seth Rollins I want to see him do something that he can hit on anybody at any time, like something like a cutter, something like a diamond cutter, something like an RKO. I'm not saying I want him to do that maneuver, but
just something you can hit out of nowhere.
you know who has a sick fucking finish and it works so well for him, and it's something that it's basic, but for him it works. Is Ty Dillinger, Perfect 10, Ty Dillinger. His finish, I don't know, does he call it the Perfect 10? I think that's what he calls it.
I haven't seen Ty Dillinger win a match recently, so I have no
haven't
idea what
either.
his finish
I haven't
is.
either for a while, but it's kind of like a the overdrive. You know that move I'm talking about? It's kind of
remember the overdrive.
Zack Attack. Zack Ryder's old finish. You know, like he kind of would grab him and he'd like kind of pull
Put
back.
his leg over his head. And
Yeah, he
hurt
kind of
him.
pulled back.
Oh, who else did that?
The
Somebody else
zigzag.
did that.
Randy
No,
Orton
even
did a
Carlito
version
did
of it at first. Yeah,
Carlito
Carlito
did
did
it
had the
too.
backstabber.
No, but he also
before
did
that.
another one where, or no, did MVP have one too? MVP put where he put the leg over the head, took the
Playmaker.
arm,
Yeah,
and
playmaker.
he'd spin.
Yeah, Zack Ryder's just
That
like the
was
reverse of that.
stupid.
It's almost like that, but he like has his shin at the side of his head and he like falls back. It's sick.
Okay.
He hits it on anyone, he can hit it at any time.
As long as
Something
it's not
like
the
that.
pedigree. That's like Baron Corbin having the choke slam. It just doesn't make
It's
sense.
just like it's just like he needs something, and I feel like this is the perfect time to do it. He's back. I know from watching his.
Well, they've already taken 2 finishers away from him.
I don't know why they get rid of the curb stomp. I get that if it's danger on the head, but if they put it on the back of the shoulder blades and just push down, it would still look as devastating, and he could keep the move.
There's
That
totally
he did,
ways they could do it.
What was that other finishing move he had? He had the Phoenix Splash that he used to do too.
Yeah.
Well, he hit a vertebreaker the other day at a live event on fucking AJ Styles. Did you see that?
No.
Fucking first time in I think like 15, 20 years.
Oh, really?
A vertebreaker.
Jesus.
You know what the vertebreaker is, right? That was Gregory Helms' old move. He
Yeah.
used to do it all the time. Fucking, I was like, what the fuck? I mean, it looked safe as hell, too, the way he hit it. It wasn't like a classic vertebreaker, like, where he lands in the back of his head, his neck. He kind of, like, landed more on his back. He, like, let him go, kind of.
Yeah.
And, like, I was like, okay, I swear to God, if he pulls out a vertebreaker, that's it. I'm going to mark the fuck out. Because there's no way in hell WWE's going to let that happen. But they did it at a live event.
But going with if we give him any kind of moves, we got to think, too, this match is always going to be compared to AJ Styles versus Roman Reigns.
Yes.
If Seth Rollins is going to win, how did they make it believable to the point where AJ beat the hell out of Roman? I mean, we saw so many false finishes. We saw an ass kick, and we saw them both go to the limits. How do they now make us believe that Seth Rollins is just going to beat him with a pedigree if they use the pedigree? I think this is all stacked against Seth Rollins for how they've made Roman Reigns, which isn't a bad thing. I know certain people don't like Roman, most of the internet, and are going against him, but they've made him so beastly. This is not Seth Rollins' night. This can't be. They got to start to weaken him, Roman, a little before he starts to lose.
Yeah,
But-
that's good luck on that.
It won't be that bad. You just gotta pick away at him. You gotta make him. The more that they make him look like he's squeaking by every time, like AJ, he squeaked. He didn't just beat him. If you let Rollins lose by Roman's basically just rolling over and not able to get up really after it's over, now I'm seeing a human Roman Reigns. Superman ain't there anymore. Next match, you now can believe if someone beats him because he was so tired out, it could have came down to whoever hit their finisher first.
Yeah, I think that Rollins is another cog in making Reigns have such a repertoire of great matches to go back to.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Rollins says I don't think needs a belt right away. He can go off his hype for another couple of months.
Oh, yeah,
and
he
people
doesn't
are
need a
so
belt right
happy
now.
he's back.
No, he doesn't really need the belt at all. Like, and Reigns does because like Reigns is building himself quite a resume right now.
Yeah.
Those 2 matches with Styles are almost pretty much classics.
You make him lose, you almost take a little bit that away because now it's like, okay, Rollins the shining light. How do you make Roman get back up there?
Yeah.
For sure. And
Unless you take it off him to, like, you know, everybody talks about like the chase, the face chasing the heel and all that, but the gray area is so thick with those two that there's nobody chasing anybody. It's just Reigns is the king right now.
And that's the kicker. We were talking earlier how some of us are TJ, a little sicker of Roman Reigns' gray area.
I don't like the gray area anymore. I'm sick of it.
And that's the kicker now. Seth Rollins is in a gray area because the fans have made him so over. I think if he goes back to a heel tactics, it'll be a New Day thing. That the fans love him too much that nobody's really going to buy.
But that's
the heel
okay.
thing. But you're what I'm getting at. It's 2 gray wrestlers fighting each other. They're not good guys. They're not
You
bad
know what?
guys.
You kind of made the
guys.
comparison of this being like a Triple H versus The Rock match, but almost Roman Reigns almost comes off more as Triple H than Seth Rollins.
Slightly.
Just because of the way he's getting pushed, like he's getting like a Triple H 2002 to 2004 push,
Yeah.
where he's just like nobody can take the belt off of him. He just looks that good all the time.
So Triple H versus Chris Jericho for the,
If anything,
for
this
the
actually-
undisputed
it
championship.
almost reminds me
match.
of,
That's
like,
what it reminds me of.
Reigns versus Rollins almost reminds me of like Triple H versus Shawn Michaels. In a way, because Seth Rollins has a lot of kind of
Flair.
Shawn Michaels in him.
But did you not watch the undisputed championship when Jericho first had it? Triple H took it off him.
Yeah.
Jericho back in that day reminds me of Rollins, where Michaels was just too flair and charisma. Where Rollins is
Rollins is a
more.
darker sort of charisma though. Like it's he's got a very strong charisma about him. He is just shines darker than a Shawn Michaels charisma, where Shawn Michaels was very bright and flamboyant, and Seth Rollins is darker, but he's edgy. He's an edgier Shawn Michaels almost, the way I see him.
So he's an edge. I find Edge had a lot when he was in his
Yeah, it's kinda-
in good prime. He had some dark charisma. Where
But he's
hell yeah.
he's very much of like a mix of so many guys, right?
Yeah.
Personality wise, and then he's got skill at the freaking wazoo.
this is
right?
why I don't think he should have been as far as anything else. Listen up, he's taken so much from other wrestlers, and he had to have Triple H's like yoo-hoo up his woohoo to get anywhere. But that's neither say I'm not gonna go on Rollins like I do the New Day. But yeah, I don't know. This kid can't win. I don't think it'd be good for business.
I think it's good either way. I think either of these guys sitting as your champ are probably.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a great match. It very well could be the match of the night, depending on what happens.
For sure.
We've come a long way since Sheamus being the WWE champ.
Hell yeah.
Well, then what do we say before we start calling in the results? What's going to happen after the pay-per-view? Last 5 minutes of the pay-per-view after the pinfall. Is there any shit's going down? Because I still think
100%.
Triple H may come out just to talk to one of them. I feel like these are once both his boys.
Triple H is being saved for the draft because I think he's gonna have a rivalry with Shane McMahon. Out of all things, I think we're gonna see Triple H versus Shane McMahon at SummerSlam.
So you don't think anything's going to happen after the match? You don't think a Money in the Bank guy's
Not
coming
with Triple
out?
H.
Well, no, I'm saying just
There could be a
anybody.
Money in the Bank shenanigans somewhere like that where it's almost teased, but it's not done.
So I feel like this if they
Triple H isn't because, like I said, I think SummerSlam is going to be Shane McMahon versus Triple H for control of Raw.
Yeah, fair enough.
I can see it.
Because
I can
it's
see it.
like we haven't seen Triple H since WrestleMania, which is really weird.
Yeah, he's
we
taking
haven't
a
seen
bit of
Triple H
time off.
since we haven't seen Triple H. He's been doing all that stuff for NXT though, right?
But, yeah,
But now
still.
He's a busy
Triple H,
guy.
Triple H is eventually going to come back to haunt Shane because Shane took all his guys. He raided his locker room from NXT,
Yeah.
and now you want to have a draft, and my guys are up for it possibly. I don't think so. So then, it's going to have something to do with the brand split where Shane McMahon versus Triple H, something for the brand split, either control of Raw or control of Vince McMahon's seat.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Because what if Vince McMahon announces that SummerSlam's his last go? He's retiring.
Yeah.
He's taking some time off after that. Because he basically is.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like, he's basically not really doing as much as he used to, obviously. What if he's SummerSlam? The big reveal is, I'm retiring.
That'd be huge.
And then Shane comes out and says, oh, I'm taking your spot, ain't I? And then Triple H comes out and says, why would you take the spot? You left. I never left. I was here the whole time.
Yeah.
And then
and
Vince
Stephanie
McMahon, in all
battle
his
for it.
glory, makes his last match, my son versus my son-in-law for control of the whole company.
So it,
So even if he's not
That's
actually
pretty
retiring,
huge.
not if he's not actually retiring, but it would take a lot away from it. But even if it's, storyline,
that's a
On
good story.
screen.
it's still a really good story.
Thank you, Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, for giving us this.
My mind.
Yeah, I don't know where the fuck
fancy
this just
booking,
went,
right?
but that's some fancy booking from Brandon Bowden over here.
Well, because because Ryan
could
mentioned
happen?
that Triple H coming
Yeah,
out and saying, I'm like, no, because they're saving Triple H for SummerSlam. That's what.
So maybe we'll just get a clean, like, as soon as the pinfall's over,
I think it'll be
someone's,
just clean, yeah.
someone's going to raise their hands and it's over. Because I want to see more shit. I'm always that guy, I love it when the whole thing's said and done, something happens. When Roman Reigns won the belt and Sheamus came out, people may not like the result of it.
was very
that was
predictable.
fucking cool, though.
It was predictable.
Well,
though,
we
'cause
predicted
when we saw Reigns win, we're like, here comes Sheamus.
Well, yeah, we predicted the start of the night, but don't tell me that didn't still make it look good. I was
Roman
just like, fucking
Reigns, Roman Reigns beating the shit out of Triple H with like multiple spears
Yeah,
That was
at the end of their match. It was
TLC.
TLC, yeah, that was
that's
great.
Like pay-per-views when there's like an extra 5 minutes and they do something just to add hype going into Raw or adding to the storyline. I love those moments. That's why with Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, I want to see extra. That's why I'd love the Money in the Bank to make his presence right there to be like, hey, nice belt. It's gonna be mine shortly.
Just to let you know.
Well, look at history shows that after this pay-per-view, the winner of that ladder match goes on to be the champion every
I could
single
see
time.
if Owens wins the Money in the Bank, Reigns retains or whatnot, and then Owens just comes out and stares at him.
I can see it too.
Because it looked
Or Ambrose comes out and stares, or whoever wins comes out and stares at whoever wins that match, being like, "I'm next."
Because it'd look weird if he just like Owens came out, pop up powerbomb to the winner and pin, or dirty deeds and win. It'd be like
I
it's
think
cool,
Owens,
but
Owens is not by any means gonna cash it in clean like Rob Van Dam did or anything like that. But
no, it's gonna be dirty like everybody else. Wait till the champion's down or beaten, and then come out and kick his ass.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think we can both all agree that
It's gonna be better than Survivor Series.
it's gonna be a great pay per view. The World Heavyweight Championship match is gonna be great. What else is there really left to say? There's definitely some cool stuff going in this pay per view.
who do we got
Who do we got?
for the match?
Oh yeah, obviously, duh. Sorry guys, I'm tired. Well, me personally, I do see Roman Reigns going over in this match. because this is not the last time we're going to see it.
Yeah.
I feel like the title is not going to change hand at Money in the Bank, with all due respect to the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. I feel like this is not going to happen.
I feel like Rollins can win if there's some sort of like interference.
I don't see any interference that could happen, unless they.
That's the thing. We don't know where it's coming from though. That's kind of the intrigue. It's like because they want Reigns to be the face, which they don't seem to be wavering away from it, unless this is where we see the double turn.
Possibly.
Yeah. I'm just
WWE didn't want to do it right when Rollins came back.
Yeah. Ease into
But they
it.
wanted to actually get a feel for it. Maybe this is where they do the double turn. I don't know.
Possibly.
Maybe
There's
they
so
do.
many.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
Because we've been calling for a heel turn for so long. But that could be just WWE's way of saying, oh, they're waiting for it. Now we're kind of simmering down on it. It's like, they execute it now, you know? Like,
But I don't even know if they need the heel turn anymore. I know you guys want to. I see Roman. He can
it'd be
carry the business no matter what he is.
I think it's a stupid idea because then he's going to be a face.
He's a good
Yeah.
face. Just
No, the heel turn will turn Roman face to the internet marks
Yeah.
and just confuse kids.
It's just. There's so much.
It's all
There's so
about
much
the
stuff.
kids.
It's all about the kids. Hi, kids. Will someone please think of the children?
Hi, kids.
Hi, kids. All right.
Oh, hey,
So.
kids.
All right. So those are our predictions for the night, guys. Be sure to let me know.
That was not a prediction.
What,
He didn't
your-
say who was going to win. I didn't say who was going to win.
Okay. Well, who's gonna win? God damn
I
it.
Rollins with some sort of interference. That we
Oh,
don't
well,
want.
then we didn't have to hear that. Nobody cares about Rollins. The real people say Roman Reigns.
So we have two of us have Roman Reigns. Brandon has Seth Rollins.
You knew I was going to take Seth Rollins.
Actually, you're a tithead.
I love Seth Rollins.
Yeah, well, I love alcohol, but we can't have it all the time.
He's another sex tip with Seth Rollins.
God damn it.
End it before I got to hear him.
All right, so those are our predictions for the night, guys. Be sure to let me know either on the comments, on the Twitter, on the Facebook, and send me an email as well, of course, at thehardershow@gmail.com to let me know some of your predictions for the night because, I love to hear from you guys about all that kind of stuff. Thank you, Brandon and Ryan, for hanging out with me and doing this with me. Always a pleasure to have you guys on talking wrestling.
Not going to lie, my stomach hurts from that tequila.
Tequila is coming back to haunt Ryan.
Oh, God, that sucked.
Be sure to follow Ryan on Twitter at
Watch New Day clips after you
TheHeelRW.
feel better.
At TheHeelRW. Of course, you can find Brandon on Twitter as well at Your Average Noob TV.
Just average noob.
Just Average Noob TV. Or just Average Noob.
Just average noob TV.
Average Noob TV.
There you go.
And, of course, you can follow me on Twitter at The Harder Show. I'm sure we will all be live tweeting during Money in the Bank. And we will be doing some kind of a review at some point.
I will
of
be
Money in the
tweeting
Bank.
live photo reactions of Ryan after the New Day retains the tag team
my
championship.
God damn it.
It's just going to be me pissed off.
So definitely look forward to that,
Every time Enzo
guys.
Cass almost win. Then he's up.
If anybody watched Trailer Park Boys, you'll hear that reaction. It's got sort of like bubbles. What in the fuck?
So definitely look forward to that, guys. As always, thank you so much for tuning in and hitting the play button on whatever medium you're listening to. Always appreciate it. You
I'm
guys
listening
know.
on a large.
You're listening on a large.
Ah.
Oh, I get it.
Ah.
I get it. That's funny. And also, just real quick, I want to thank whoever was the 10th 5-star rating on iTunes for the Harder Show. Unfortunately, I cannot see who it is. Be sure, guys, if you do leave any kind of rating, to leave a comment as well so I can tell who you are and give you a shout out on the podcast. I always appreciate it so much. You guys know iTunes is without a doubt the easiest way to listen to the Harder Show. All you got to do is go on, you subscribe, it downloads anytime, and is uploaded right to any device that you use. It is so easy, you don't even have to think about it. You just turn on your device and you have the Harder Show. It's that simple. As always, want to give a quick shout out to my man, Mr. Jason Reese over at Jaybird Digital Arts. You guys know how much I love his work and all the stuff he's done for the Harder Show. I talk about it all the time because he's such a great guy and does some great work. You can find him over at Jaybird Digital Arts. His website, www.jaybird, that's JAYBIRD, digitalarts.ca. Check him out. Great work. That is going to be it for me, guys. Thank you all again so much for tuning in. And I'll catch you guys next time on The Harder Show. Take it easy.